Hello, and welcome to the Actionable Gamification online digital course. My name is Yu-Kai Chou, and I'm going to be taking you on this journey of learning about all the fascinating things in gamification design and how the brain works and how to apply that into different fields in your life and make things engaging, fun, and successful. So a quick background of myself. I started working in this industry now known as gamification since 2003. And throughout the years, I started a few technology companies, all in the gamification space. Nowadays, I do a lot of these teachings and lectures at places like Stanford University, at Google, at Lego in Denmark, I did a TEDx, and a few organizations in Europe rated me the top gamification guru in the world, which hopefully after this course, you'll be able to decide if you agree with that or not. I'm also a published author of the book Actionable Gamification, Beyond Points, Badges, and Leaderboard. So if you find the course very interesting, you like the content, you can go on Amazon and check out the book. So this course is divided into 3 different sections. The first section is really understanding the fundamentals, the foundation of the Octalysis framework, which is a framework I created to better understand and design for gamification. Then the second part is to understand the 8 core drives of human behavior, human motivation. So digging deep down into each of these core drives and understand how to design for those and what are the consequences that come along with that. And then section 3 would be applying all the things we've learned into specific projects to make sure you take that foundation and really make things you do much better in every way relating to behavior. So the other courses are locked, so today we're on 1.1, which is really about introduction to the course, and a little bit about gamification. So what is gamification? Gamification is applying all those fun and exciting things in games into things that are non-game / boring context, things that you have to do, but you don't necessarily want to do, right? Things like healthcare, education, like fitness, exercise, productivity, things that we just know we want to do, but we just don't have the motivation sometimes. We procrastinate. And what we actually end up spending a lot of our time doing is playing games which have no real-life benefits. They have no results afterwards. So gamification is really learning about why are games so fun and motivating, engaging, and applying that into the fields that are useful and non-game, what they call. And through the course, we're going to be learning about the Octalysis framework, which again is the framework I created that breaks down all motivation into 8 core drives. And it's called Octalysis because it's a analysis based on an octagon shape. And this is what I'm most known for. Hundreds of thousands of people have learned this framework, and a lot of them have written to me on a weekly basis about how it really changed their lives because they now understand motivation and how to make things engaging. So, as just a quick jump start, I'd like to show a few examples about how gamification can help our lives and make the world better. And then throughout the course, we're going to learn about how to actually design for the specific cases. So the first example is something called Folded, which is a serious game utilized to help solve scientific problems, scientific research. And so scientists have been trying to figure out how to resolve this AIDS virus protein structure problem. And the top PhDs in the world couldn't figure this out for 15 years. So they decided to release a game called Folded, and it's a protein folding game. You have molecules, and it has different things you can do, like shake the molecule, and it has an objective such as maximizing surface space. And they put it online, and to everyone's surprise, this problem that no one could solve for 15 years was solved by a gamer in 10 days. And so we'll learn in this course about how making things fun can allow us to be more creative and allow us to become better problem solvers. The second example is O-Power, which is a SaaS utility company. So O-Power, they're trying to get people to utilize less energy. And they tried a lot of different messages such as, hey, this is how much money you can save if you use less energy. Hey, you're responsible to the planet. People don't change their behaviors. But then they decided to add a design that is commonly found in games, which is having some type of leaderboard comparison, showing them stats and charts. And so what they did is they showed people a chart that says, hey, this is where you're at, this is where your average neighbor's at, and this is where your best neighbor's at. And this little design changed their behavior because people saw, whoa, I can't be behind my average neighbor, right? I can't be behind Bob or Joe. That doesn't make any sense. And so they started consuming less energy. And so this little design saved over 1 terawatt of energy over a couple of years, which is actually $120 million worth of energy. That's pretty significant. gamification can actually be used in sales and marketing too. So if you look at a company like Autodesk, which is a leading 3D software imaging company, they make a lot of money from their software that's very powerful, but it's pretty expensive. Each piece could be $2,000 to $6,000 per software. And they saw that the best way for them to sell their software is to first get people to download the free trial. So they released this game called Uncharted Territories, and of course the first thing to play the game is to download the free trial. But then it takes you on this imaginary adventure through the world where you're going to places like Istanbul, Turkey, and you're solving problems such as, oh, this bridge is about to crumble, you better patch it up. And of course, the way to solve it is to use Autodesk free trial to patch it up. And once you have done it, you reach the win state, you move on to a new country. And so this little game increased their conversion rate by 40%, but more importantly, increased their conversions to revenue, like not just free trial, but to revenue by 15%. And that's significant, especially when you're already a multi-billion-dollar company. So I'd love to talk about all these gamification examples. There's a lot of them, but this course will be focused on how to do it. But I have put together a page on 90-plus gamification case studies with ROI stats. So it'll tell you about company A did this gamification campaign, and they increased their core metrics by 80%, 120%, 300%. And you can check it out at bit.ly/GameROI. So at the end of every lecture, we have a little exercise to make sure you get a chance to practice what you've learned. This is just the first lecture, so as a quick exercise, I want you to think about a game that you have enjoyed in the past. And it could be a social mobile game like Candy Crush, Farmville. It could be a hardcore computer game like League of Legends or World of Warcraft. But if you don't play computer games, it could also just be a traditional game like poker, like chess, like Sudoku or golf. And think about what made that game fun. Out of all the games out there, why did you pick this game over all the other ones? And through this course, we're going to learn about what makes things fun, what makes things engaging, and then we're going to come back to that. All right, so this concludes the first lecture. Hopefully, we will see each other throughout the journey, and the things you learn from the course will be able to apply to your life and increase everything you're doing based on behavior and motivation. Thank you, and I'll see you guys soon.